and welcome back to Can't Win with Kids. This is the first proper episode. On Monday I released a kind of introduction of what the series is going to be. But just in case you haven't seen that, what we're going to do is we're taking a club at the bottom end of the Brazilian football pyramid, and we're going to try and turn them into Brazilian champions using only the youth academy or signings of Brazilians 18 and under. So it's going to be quite a challenge. We're not going to be going out and buying superstars that are currently already embedded in the game. We're going to be making our own superstars, selling them for a profit, turning the club into a successful money-making machine, while also winning trophies. So in Monday's video, during the introduction, we went through the club. We did pick Nautico. Went through the players. I've had a good look at what I think they were. I have strengthened a little bit, but I have stayed within my rules. So we have signed 4 players. These were already in before I took over. So we have signed 4 players, all free transfers, all Brazilian, and all 18 or under. So let's get to know these guys first. We have Marx Lenin, an 18-year-old attacking midfielder who was previously at Flamengo. We have Golderson, a 17-year-old Brazilian striker, previously at Internacional and América Mineiro. We have Marcio Victor, an 18-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper who was previously at Oeste. And finally, we have Julio Vitor, who is a 17-year-old Brazilian striker, previously at Ponte Preta and Rio Branco. So as you can see, stayed within my rules, 18 and under. Thiago Fernandes was sold before we took over as well, so he's in Flamengo's reserves now. The squad I've built is essentially the team that I was given when we first started, with the 4 newbies coming in, all 18 and under. That is how this save is going to go. So if you want to see a nice challenge in the Brazilian football pyramid of basically, can I win with kids? Then this is the series for you. First thing we've got today is our first league match. Well, it's weird. I've still not got to grips with the way Brazilian football works, but we've got like a state championship to play in first. So the first few episodes will be the Pernambuco State, a bit of cup thrown in, then we'll move on to Serie C. Today's game is a state game against Avogados. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the rest of that. I'm going for a 4-3-1-2. Chiesa's got an injury, so he can't start today. I'm going to try not to use loan players. That's another rule I've set myself. Looks like it's Jefferson Nem. Yeah, I've set myself a rule not to use loan players either. I'm not going to loan any players in, and I'm not going to use the 2 that's currently here. I'm going to try and end them as soon as I can. I've noticed a distinct lack of right backs here at the club. Brian can drop back, but I don't have options on my bench, which is worrying. I do seem to be able to pick 12 subs though, which is quite tasty. So we'll put Luanderson. I don't know these players very well yet, so I'm kind of getting used to them. I'm sure I'll get to know the better players as I get through it a little bit more. Left midfield. I don't have anybody at right midfield either, so there's definitely a lack of wingers. That'll do. Right. So that's his starting lineup is going to be Jefferson in the nets, Herrera, Alves, Ribeiro and Simoes at the back, Brian, Javan and Wanderson in midfield, with Jefferson, Nem in attacking midfield, and Salatiel Jr. and Jorge Enrique up front. Let's see how we can do in our first game. I'm going to change the settings a little bit here because we're going to get that always gets 3 notches. We just want key highlights. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, I I'm not sure if that might be a little bit too fast. Bryan gets fouled on the edge of the box. Is that a free kick? Oh, Lucas Piau's in trouble. Is that just a yellow? No, he's just telling him to calm down. He's not even booked him. Free kick right on the edge. Simoes into the top corner. There's his first goal in charge of Nautico. You'll have to forgive me if I seem a little bit subdued, but I'm suffering terribly from a migraine. So I'm trying to, well, soldier through this and get these videos out for you this week. I'm recording them all on Sunday. I've already gone through, we seem to have got a penalty there. I've got through 3 episodes of the World Tour, and I'm now trying to get through 2 episodes of this, so the head is absolutely pounding. Salatiel Jr. slots away the penalty. We are 2-0 up. We don't need to see a replay of a penalty. I've got the replays on there because I like to see offside decisions and things. 2-0 up. Might be. If we start to get in front, I might give the newbies a little bit of a chance, because obviously the game time is going to be what develops them. And that's going to be key for a save where we're using a youth academy. It's going to be all about rotation. Enrique heads over. We're looking good so far. 8 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. I like the one name as like Philip. We've got Bryan. Herrera down the right hand side. It's a good ball to Ronaldo Alves. Wanderson. Oh, Herrera, he snuck in at the back and finished that off wonderfully. The pass out and then he's just coasted round. That is lovely. So Herrera was down here. He passed it to Ronaldo Alves in the first place. He's curled round for Wanderson to pass to, and then first time. Keeper had no chance with that one. I could probably have a look with... I don't know how many subs I'm allowed to make. I've just upset them. Let's have a look at perhaps making a change. So the new guys are brought in. We've got Golderson, who's a striker, attacking mid, goalkeeper. I think I brought in 2 strikers, didn't I? The other one doesn't appear to be in my team. So let's take off Jorge Enrique and give Golderson a game. Let's bring... He's obviously not my... Jefferson Nam can come off for... Yeah. Lenin. Just brain freeze. So I'm missing Vitor on the bench there from the other striking position. Ronaldo Alves finds Wanderson, who plays it over the top. Enrique can't run onto that, and they are going to try and tidy this up at the back. They've panicked. Rafael Ribeiro's picked it up. Jefferson. Ronaldo Alves. Out wide to Bryan. I should just try and find the most English named Brazilians possibly can, because I can pronounce them. I can pronounce Simoes because Barnsley's got a player called Elliot Simoes, so I know how to pronounce that one because I'm used to watching him. Bryan's in, the cross is wild, but Jorge Enrique's made it 3. Oh, 4, sorry. That's going to be his final input into the game. Yes, still make the changes. See how the young lads get on that we've signed and were brought on. Santa Cruz won 6-0. There's Simoes. Alves heads over. It's a good start to life, that's for sure. Where are they? Oh, I find it weird that it didn't bring them into the top 11. Wanderson's taking a knock. That'll be Jean Carlos then. Can I make another change? I don't know how many subs I can make in Brazil. No, it's 3. Okay. In this competition anyway. Because you're playing about 15 competitions. Herrera. Across to Brian. There's Salantiel Jr. It's 5-0. We've picked a good team here, which is good. They are actually in money trouble, so that's another reason I did pick them. I picked them because they've got a decent set of facilities, which gives us a bit of a chance at least. But they are obviously in the lowest level. They did have a few prospects, but not an immense amount where I've just got a team for the next 10 years. And they've got money troubles, so I do need to develop these players, and I will have to sell them on, which stops me from just building up a team of fantastic youngsters and then just never changing anything again. Simoa's trying to get a crossing. Eddie Velton's coming clear with that one. 7 minutes left on the clock. That's pass is poor. And Golderson's in. Can he score on his debut? Sign in. There we go. Not a bad way to introduce himself at all, the youngster. Come in, develop, make a fortune on you. Seems to be this is going to be our model. A very good performance. 6-0 in our first game in charge. And Anderson's out for a couple of weeks. We can deal with that. Right, let's move on and see if we can do the same to Sport Recife. So, Sport Recife actually are Nautico's fiercest rivals. So this is called the Dos Clásicos derby. So it's a good game to be showing. Hopefully we can do a similar thing to these guys as we did in the previous match. I'm now very, 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 very low on wide midfielders. I do not want to use Eric because he's a lone player. So it's going to be Matheus Carvalho, who's still not 100% fit. Jefferson Nem. Again, Marx Lennon needs a fitness test. We're struggling for fitness early on. Certainly with these two. Wanderson, you're going to have to come out for the bench. And so is Jean Carlos. I've brought Julio Vitor in as well. I did just have a bid for one of our centre-backs, Kamatanga. He's currently valued at 33,000 and they offered 15. So I tried to negotiate that up to 40 because he's not transfer listed. I don't particularly want to sell him, and they refused, so he's staying around. Rafael Ribeiro to Jefferson. Javan, we've got a nice early highlight. Matheus Carvalho, he's been tackled by Joe Gomez of Liverpool. Ooh, that's a good save from Jefferson. Tips it onto the bar and then collects it. Completely meant to do that. It's Jonathan Gomez, the Brazilian version of Joe Gomez. We have a free kick. Are you going to swing this one in like the last one, Shimoa's? Oh, is it the post? Shame there's no one there following in. Shimoa's got the throw this time though. The keeper's completely missed it. And Jorge Enrique has gone down. That's a penalty. There doesn't seem to be VAR at this level of Brazil, which is fantastic. Salatiel Junior saved. Wow. Missed a penalty in the first 10 minutes. Chamois. There he is. Rafael Ribeiro. First goal of the season, and we are in front now. This game's got everything. It's a beautiful free kick. There he is, just a nod it in at the front post. Keeper didn't move. Defender's not watching him. Brian's taken a knock. Doesn't show up as a knock, so I'm not worried too much about it. His condition's going back up, so I'm not worried about it. Suffered a pulled groin. Doesn't matter, we're 2-0 up. Jorge Enrique. Take that, Dos Clásicos derby. Chimoes, brilliant throw in. And Jorge Enrique with some kind of weird scissor kick thing. Just to make sure. Brian doesn't look bad at all. I don't know what these notifications keep coming up for. Santa Cruz must have won their second game 3-0. He's now top of the league with a 9 goal difference. I keep matching them. Ronaldo Alves, Jefferson just having their own little private game at the back there. Jefferson then plays it out wide to Marcius Carvalho. Oh, he skipped the challenge. It's crossed in. No one on it though. Carvalho's come all the way back over to get that back as well. The work rate. Gotta love it. Or I could do a Tom FM. You'll love to see it. Ilton. Ooh. It's close. I got a goal kick out of that though. That's alright. We could be joint top of the league here. We missed that penalty though. Immediate kickoff highlight. Jorge Enrique to Rafael Ribeiro. Long ball over. Junior's in there. Round the keeper. 3rd goal of the season. We have got a good team here. His first couple of competitions might be a little bit too simple until we start to obviously move players on and build his own team, but I'm quite happy for that. I think it's time to bring on a couple of us new players again. Marcius Carvalho's getting... I don't really have options at left midfield. Jonathan wants to play there, so he can. Lenin needed a fitness test, so I don't particularly want to bring him on. I'm going to bring on Golderson again. Let's save the other one just in case, because I'll bring him on and then we'll get an injury. Got to save Jefferson. Not conceded yet. 2 clean sheets. Ronaldo Alves. Well, 1 3/4 of a clean sheet. Jonathan tackles him. Goes for the selfish finish though. They've got Mailson. I wish I'd got Mailson. Barnsley's sorting office is not working very well at the minute. Last 15. Should I make that last change? Who else have we got? Brian's booked. But again, struggling for wide players. Go on, Rodney. I'm not expecting too much from Jonathan and Rodney. They're out of position, but they wanted to play there, so I'll let them. Oh, we've conceded. There goes the 2nd clean sheet. 6 minutes before the end. And we're now 2nd on goal difference. We've allowed us goal difference to slip. Yep, they're going for this at the end. Good save, Jefferson. I've spot received just woke up 10 minutes before the end of the game and gone, hold on a minute, we're losing this. Fans have finally gotten on the backs. Evandro. They're getting a lot of highlights. They've got a 2nd goal. Whoa, what are we doing? Come on, boys, we're throwing this away. Yikes. That was a strange end to the game. Very, very odd. So I think I'm going to play a couple of games. We'll come back for the first round of the cup. I've got another cup thrown in here, the Copa do Nordeste. That splits up everything as well. There's a lot of competitions to play in Brazil. But we'll get through that. We've triumphed in the Dos Clásicos derby. Jorge Enrique is doing alright for a 36-year-old. But I have brought in a couple of players to back him up for when he gets ready to retire. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this start to this new challenge that we've got going on. It should be quite an interesting save. Like I say, we've picked a decent team to start off with. Quite a successful start, 2 wins in 2, although the 2nd one was a little bit iffy. If you've enjoyed, do all the YouTubings, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Oh, and don't forget to catch the World Tour as well.